Hello, smegheads. I am Ben Gilman, and welcome to Smug Mode, a Red Dwarf podcast where we discuss episode by episode the cult sci-fi comedy classic. I'm joined as always by Tom Hill.
Hey.
And Troy Salmon.
What's up, guys?
Today we'll be discussing Series 1, Episode 5, Confidence and Paranoia. Smug Mode is now engaged.
Oh, yeah.
So the basic point of this episode is because we're going back to the Christine Kachansky hologram discs from a couple of episodes back. They've brought that point back, and Lister's been snooping around trying to find them. You know, this leads into the finale, but we'll get to that at the end. And it's not been decontaminated like Rimmer promised. He forgot. So Lister falls sick and starts hallucinating. And due to his weakened state, two men turn up that symbolize a part of his personality: Confidence, who's basically Elvis Presley, let's be fucking honest, and Paranoia. And Rimmer has to try and persuade Lister to get rid of both of them so that his feels better, basically.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of this then?
Well, I think we need to backtrack ever so slightly with the story, because what it is Lister goes up to look at the dream diary of Christine Kachansky in her quarters.
Yeah.
And he thinks that Rimmer has decontaminated it, but it was number 14 after Learn Portuguese or something, and he hadn't got round to it, if memory serves.
Yeah.
And then he says he thinks that he's got a touch of pneumonia, but Rimmer says to him it's going to have mutated. And in the first conversation before he gets ill, he says she could have said yes, stranger things have happened. And Rimmer says only two come to mind: the spontaneous combustion of the mayor of Warsaw and that incident when it rained fish. Then when Lister goes to sleep with the pneumonia, he actually then dreams about the things Rimmer has mentioned. So a guy walks down the corridor and explodes in front of Rimmer. And yeah, there's a whole load of fish that get eaten by cat that fall from the sky. Yeah. So basically, as Rimmer describes it, his dreams were solid.
Yeah. They've manifested into reality.
Yeah. And
Sorry,
I'm not trying to rain any parade. I just think you need that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
To lead into the confidence and paranoia thing, because also Lister describes the fact that he always wanted to ask Kachansky out, and he had this theory that there's two parts of your personality: your confidence and your paranoia. And your confidence tells you you're great, you're sexy, everybody loves you. And then just as he was about to ask her out, he'd go on a holiday or something.
Yeah, took a vacation.
His paranoia would be, they go, you must be joking. She's going to laugh in our face.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then the rest of the episode is kind of focused in on the characters of Confidence and Paranoia coming to life.
I've watched this, and Confidence is definitely fucking Elvis Presley.
Well, he's supposed to be the newscaster from one of the channels or something, isn't he?
Come on. Yeah, I know his
character. Elvis Presley.
So someone from Casino, so it looks like.
Seriously, Elvis, I've had 50 Big Macs error. I'm about to die on the toilet. Elvis Presley. I mean, he's fat.
He's not fat. He's not fat.
He's not fat. Nah.
No, I said he's fun. Listen.
He's fun, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said fat. My apologies. But yeah, it's an interesting episode. The idea that, I mean, the biggest interesting thing is that Lister is portrayed as being a bit thick and a bit slobbish, but actually he's not that stupid. He just doesn't want to try. And that whole thing about confidence, him and Confidence just talking about where Rimmer would have put the discs. It's just somebody there saying to him, you know this, you've got this. And him actually thinking it through, because he's convinced himself he'll never work out where it is.
Yeah.
And it's just quite interesting to see that actually, when this guy believes in himself, he can get the better of Rimmer fairly easily.
Yeah. I mean,
or thinks he can get the better of Rimmer, because as you find out at the end of the episode, he sure as hell doesn't.
The great thing is, though, those, like, an interesting change in the relationship for most of this episode between the two. Because for the first time, Rimmer's teaming up with trying to get Lister to see how much danger he's in.
Yeah, he actually cares about. Well, he cares about Lister in terms of he doesn't want him to be ill, but he also, once Confidence starts helping Lister to really be good at things, he's worried about that at the same time.
Yeah. There is a lot to talk about, so we're just going to get on with it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you first. Mischievous stuff now. We'll get back to this stuff in a minute. Then, in the medical bay, I have a question.
Cool.
What are the coloured discs in the background? You know, there's a screen and then there's these coloured discs always popping out the wall in the back of the medi. So where they took the exams as well. And in the medical bay, there's big bulging coloured discs in the back. I've always wondered what they are.
Not a clue.
Yeah, don't know.
It's that the ladder fixation is most probably not important. Right, forget that. Again, Liz has beer milkshake, scuttles. Scutters. One of my favourite bits is where Rimmer's trying to get the scutters, one of the scutters, to stab Paranoia with a syringe.
Stab him!
That was funny.
His name stab him.
Stab him. No, me and my mum was laughing at that. Me and my mum's cracking me up. I was dying.
Oh my god.
Stab him. Oh, no, just names will stab him. Don't worry about
it. I find Rimmer and Paranoia are friends at one point. They agree that Lister is a piece of trash. It's quite funny.
Yes.
It doesn't last long. And we're beginning to see Rimmer practicing his salute a lot. This is the first time we probably see him with variants of silliness.
Oh, I was dying. When he did that, I was cracking up so much.
It's nowhere near season 8 to Captain Hollister, but we'll get there one day.
The different spins of his hand is what the rest of the series.
But Chris Barry, obviously, season 8, he's cracking it out on season 8. But here you start to see the variants. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, was this the one where where Holly was doing his teeth and that and shaving him?
Yes.
This one. He was doing it. That was funny. Doing the little nose movements, little mouth. I was dying, bro. He's too good. He's too good.
Exactly. And Kat's the worst hospital friend ever. He brings gifts of fruit that he's eaten, empty orange peels and grape vines that I've been eating.
Oh, wow.
That whole streak intact still.
Isn't this the one where Cat walks around with a megaphone shouting attention lady cats, good loving needing bad and stuff like that?
Because he pulls over in the corridor and he just says to him, if I wasn't your friend, I would steal your shoes. Lovely guy.
And
he just leaves him.
He
leaves him. He just straight up. Season 1 Cat is not an easy guy to like.
Yeah, he is the savage. Like literally, when he's in the mess hall, when he's like, "Hey, we need to help Lister," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming," and he gets up and sits back down. Get stuff eating. About 5 times. This
is the Cat's episode a lot though, because there's a great bit where Rimmer's talking to him, but every time there's a question, the cat just wants to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, because he's asking Lister questions and Cat's answering the questions.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But I quite like the bit at the beginning of this episode, where Holly asks Lister to delete all of the books of Agatha Christie from his memory. Because he's reading every book ever written. And the worst book ever is Football, It's a Funny Old Game by Kevin Keegan.
Oh, that was deep. I was like, wow. I was like, wow.
And then there's that great bit where he does it, and then he's like, well, I've deleted that. And he's like, who's Agatha Christie? And he's like, he goes back and forth, and then you asked me to delete them all. Why would I do that? It's just.
And then he goes, I'm going to get out of here. It's going to keep going on and on and on. What the?
But there's also a bit later where Rimmer says, "What's happening, Holly?" He said, "Well, Hercule Poirot's just stepped off the steaming train. If you want my opinion, they all did it."
Loved it.
Stuff like that is great little nods to like Murder on the Orient Express and all that kind of stuff. It's good. I love it.
I mean, paranoia. I'll be honest with you, and this is not really. He's almost a non-entity. It's about confidence. He's got some fantastic lines.
Yeah.
What is it like in space? No one can hear you. Cha cha cha.
Yeah.
Where's paranoia? I don't know. Is it somewhere near Uruguay? Is another stunner.
Yeah,
But then you discover that he actually murdered Paranoia, which is kind of it's kind of a sick twist.
Yeah, just flipping
Just
killed.
the way he's trying to let me just take your helmet off. Oxygen's for losers. It's like,
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? It just blows up.
Yeah, which is quite a cool way to get rid of the character.
Yeah, that was a nice effect. I like that.
Well, apparently this Craig Charles got quite badly injured.
Oh wow.
When they exploded the thing, I think he damaged his ribs or something.
It does look like he gets smacked on the filming. It does look like he's hit something.
Yeah, no, they did it a few times. He only got hit once, but that's the one they actually ended up using because it was the best one.
Yeah, more realistic.
Yeah, but Craig Charles, I think, was quite badly hurt. But interestingly, this was actually supposed to be the final episode of season 1 when they originally filmed it. Because, like I said, the original episode 2, which was obviously Future Echoes, was going to be something completely different.
Yeah.
And then, so this, when they had the electrical strike and they had longer to think about it, they went, you know what, let's get rid of the episode called Body Snatchers and put this one here. And then, obviously, with what happens at the end of this episode, they can then tail that into the next one. Because originally, Body Snatchers was where Lister managed to get hold of his hologram, and the two of them him and his own hologram hated each other.
Yeah.
Was supposed to be the story. And then when they sat and thought about it, they went, you know what, it'd be really funny if it was actually Rimmer and another hologram of Rimmer. Because they really would wind each other up.
It works better, yeah, it works so much better.
Yeah. Because Lister's quite a laid back guy, so why would he get that stressed with
Can I destroy you for a second and blow your minds up? Like destroy your minds. The people that play Confidence and Paranoia, Craig Ferguson and Lee Combs were originally the two people that were meant to be Lister and Rimmer. They auditioned and got very close, apparently, to being in.
Yeah, that's right.
I
think that's quite cool that they came back and did. Look,
I wouldn't want to do it. I'll be like, nah. You don't want me in your main thing? Piss off.
Yeah. But that's why you're not famous or rich like Craig Ferguson, so, you know.
Tom with the jabs, yo, the uppercuts out here.
I just kicked the shit out of both of you. Yeah. Anyway, I've gone deaf. I can't hear anything he says now. So there's a lot of stuff though. What else?
We haven't actually discussed what happens at the end of the episode yet.
Yeah.
Get to that. I'm building to that.
Fair enough.
No, before you get there, there's another alien tagline as well. Like you said before, in space, no one can hear you cha cha cha.
Cha cha cha. Cha cha cha.
Alien tagline everywhere.
I have a correction from last week. I said the cat says maybe tomorrow I'll find something to have sex with. That's this episode, not last week.
XEX, I really want it.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, that people first mistake. So basically, there is a great bit with Holly who goes emergency. There's emergency going on. It's still going on, and that deadpan voice.
Yeah.
Oh, and I loved my wife loved this one. It was like, love is what Lister says, love is what makes us different from animals. And Rimmer just says, no, Lister, what makes us different from animals is that we don't use our tongues to clean our own genitals.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one with the love celibate thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Really funny, man. But for some reason, Holly has a problem with the postman, post office in the opening credits. Bit weird. Why would you ever go to postman?
I think the idea is that it's a job that you don't have to have a huge amount of IQ points to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's how I always read it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, and then Rimmer describes love as a device invented by bank managers to make us overdrawn. That is how I feel about Valentine's Day, to be fair.
For the wallet, because he's talking about wallet, getting money.
Well, yeah, I mean, I always believe you should always tell whoever you love.
It is, though. It's a money grab. It is.
Yeah. Me and my wife don't do it, man. Valentine's Day is like the most BS day ever for me. But yeah. There is one more thing before we get into the finale that I want to talk about. It's the cat and his atrocious table manners. Obviously, the cat let him drop in the corridor earlier, and Rimmer comes into the canteen, and Cat is playing with his food.
Yeah,
now, I would like to point out there is one thing Danny Joel Lewis does here. The cat does, which is quite disgusting. Chicken definitely goes on the floor. He picks it back up and he clearly eats it and swallows that chicken. That is
5-second rule, man. What's your point?
Wow.
5-second rule, Tom. Old school with it, yeah. I see you.
That doesn't exist, by the way. Oh god, it's horrible. It just made me go oof. With the emotion,
I know about chicken.
I'm gonna eat you, little chickie. You know, like that. That's quite funny. And he does the potatoes thing and stares at Rimmer as he leaves. But do you think, like, Rimmer, the only reason Rimmer wants to help Lister is because Paranoia is trying to help Lister take over the ship, right? That's the only reason.
At that point, you haven't seen Paranoia and Confidence yet.
No, yeah, you haven't seen him until later.
No, but do you think Rimmer actually cares at this point? That's my point.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think Rimmer is quite selfish because if anything were to happen to Lister, then why would Holly keep him on? He'd be turned off.
Exactly. That's the problem. Yeah, because if he goes, yeah.
Lister's his ticket to existence, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So he needs him.
Game over. If he goes, it's game over for him.
Because how likely is it that Holly will pick him out of all the people he could pick? Holly's picked Rimmer for a reason for Lister, but if Lister's gone, then Holly's going to pick a number of other people to be the hologram that he has to talk to all the time.
Yeah, he would choose anyone other than Rimmer. Anyone else but him.
Mr. Rimjob himself.
Oh god.
Mr. Rim.
It would drive him literally insane.
Arnold Judas Rimmer.
Okay, so but at the end, so they obviously Lister goes outside because him and Confidence figure out where the hologram discs are because it's somewhere he would want to stick it to Lister. It's outside their bunk windows. So obviously Lister realizes that Confidence is trying to kill him as well.
Well, no, he's not trying to kill him. He's just a psycho.
Basically psycho, but he accidentally tries to get him killed by encouraging him to take his helmet off. And obviously that explosion happens, which is where Craig Charles got injured, as she said. And he gets disc, finally puts it in, and we find out instead of Kachansky, as Tom alluded to earlier, it's two Rimmers.
Yeah, because Rimmer says to him, that disc will bring you nothing but pain before he puts it on. I just want you to remember I said that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And it did.
Yeah. You thought you had it bad before, now you've got it in stereo, baby.
I
loved it. That ending was epic.
Yeah, and it's a brilliant thing, and it's a great cliffhanger to bring people in for your finale as well.
Yeah, it was great.
People are going to want to know what the hell happened when you give them that at the end of the second to last episode. They're going to want to know what happens next.
Double Rimmer.
So, also, Lister's shirt is really awful. I know it's 1988, but dear God, like, you could colourblind a child with that. Yikes.
What, the red one?
Yeah, No, it's just horrendous, multicolored.
Oh, that one,
Mistress.
yeah.
It's like he murdered the Power Rangers and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take all your colours of your shirt and put it together.
Murdered the Power Rangers.
We wanted to be all of them, including the pink and yellow one.
Oh my god.
Watching these older shows sometimes is really fun to watch the design. Like, for example, Chris Barry's a nice, trim young man. He's pregnant now in the new ones, but my God, like back in the day, they're all young lads, aren't they? They've all got a bit.
Yeah. To be fair, they were in their mid-20s. They're now all in their 50s or 60s. So,
Well, at
you
age, I'm.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while for him.
Seriously, I will not be like them when I am their age. Anyway, but I have a problem with next week's episode, but we'll get into it.
Okay.
I have a very big problem with the two rimmers.
Okay.
But we'll get into that.
Well,
Okay.
I will wait with bated breath.
Exactly. I was waiting.
If you drop dead, we need you to pull me back on side if it all goes wrong next week. Right. So that's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And next week we do Me Too, episode 6 of season 1. So fuck off, you smugheads.